What's going on, YouTube family and friends? Welcome back to the channel. And what we came to discuss here in today's video is RGC and what is going on with the stock. If you were a part of our Discord, then you actually caught the alert in real time. I alerted RGC over in our Discord last week, Thursday to be exact, on the 13th, for the entry price of $6.85. And if we take a brief look and just check out today's price action, as you guys can see here, the stock has hit a high here today of $44.50. And if you too want to be a part of our Discord server so you too can catch all of my alerts in real time, all you have to do is stop what you're doing, drop down in that description below, click that Discord link, and let the gains begin. And when you guys first get over here, make sure you check out that MEM testimonial section so you will see the type of money that these Making Easy Money members are making, again, thanks to these accurate in-house analyst alerts. So with no further ado, let's dive right in. Now, as you all know, RGC has been on a wild run here. If we take a brief look and just check out those interval stats, since the day I alerted the stock, it has returned over 833%, ladies and gentlemen, and that is what you call a home run play. Now, these last 3 days, we have gotten extremely high net inflow in favorment. In fact, if we look at these last 5 days of trading, as you guys can see here, numbers that RGC hasn't seen in quite some time. But what's very, very interesting here is Wednesday's short sell analysis. As you guys can see here, that volume only 1.02 million here so far, ladies and gentlemen. We are halfway there, so it is safe to say that we are going to break yesterday's trading volume. Now, far as a short cover continuation here in RGC, it is likely to happen here tomorrow, where we may actually ultimately see those $48 levels plus. And like I said before, if you were a part of our Discord, you actually caught that update price target. As you guys can see here, last price target for RGC, PT smashed, new PT set for $44. Consider partial profits now. And as you guys can see here, we did reach and breach that $44 as well. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I do feel as though that RGC is one of those stocks you do not want to miss out on here this week. As far as the options chain goes, as you guys can see here, it isn't any of that going on. But as you guys can see here, a major increase here in the market cap just in the last 5 days of trading. As far as this thing reaching $1 billion in market cap, ladies and gentlemen, that is something I don't think we're going to achieve here anytime soon in RGC. But with that being said, this thing does have more room to run. In fact, about a 20% gainer, what I see actually taking place here in RGC within the next 3 days of trading. But like I said, if a short cover does happen here tomorrow, that $48 price target will be reached and breached here with ease. But with the severity of being overbought here, if we take a brief look and just check out our interpretations of indicators here really quickly, as you guys can see here, this thing is severely overbought. Okay, the only thing that is pointing bearish here is that Bollinger Band, MACD, as well as the MA. But here on the 60-minute overall negative sentiment. But the positive, guys, now this, well, the 1 minute, now this is very important here for regarding to the remainder of today's price action. I do feel as though that we do stand a very great chance to retest those $42 levels here before the day is over with. And depending on if we do get a volume rush here in RGC today, that $48 price target may be even reached and breached here today. Now, the reason why this thing is moving so fast is because it is a low float stock with only 1.44 million shares to available for trade. It doesn't take a lot of buying or selling to sway the share price, and that is why we're getting these massive strides to the upside off of this low volume. As you guys can see here, one of the biggest volume trading days here during this rally was the first day of takeoff. Okay, 23 million in total trading volume. As this share price gets higher and higher, ladies and gentlemen, expect for the volume to continue to get lower. What we are seeing is a consistency of big amounts of liquidity flood the market cap. That is much more important than what we see here in volume. Now, with us actually increasing the price here from yesterday's trading day, we saw a high of that $37, seeing as though that we do see a high here so far, 44, and we may actually see an increase in volume, points to a extremely high aggressive short sell ratio. And anytime that we get that, ladies and gentlemen, depending on the pre-market price action, and more so in these low share float stocks, we tend to actually get a massive run the following day, the type of run that causes halts, which points to us actually reaching and breaching those $48 levels off the likelihood of that short cover. Now, with that being said, if you haven't already, you may want to consider joining our Discord server, ladies and gentlemen, because these updated price targets that you will be seeing throughout the trading day, each and every time we hit a price target, is vital moving forward, especially when you have these extremely high risky and volatile plays. The reason where the risk comes from, like I said before, with 1.44 million in available shares of trade, it doesn't take a lot of buying or selling to sway the share price, and you will get the same effect once a sell-off take place and or correction. I do feel as though if that does take place, we may actually see RGC give at least 20 to 30% in gains back on that retracement. So with that being said, make sure you approach this trade with high caution. And don't forget to get over to my second YouTube channel, which is called Grandmaster-obi. I will be dropping a update video on the ticker symbol KULR here today. So if that interests you, get over here immediately, and may the gains be with you. Thanks for tuning into the channel, and if you found this video valuable, hit that like button, drop a comment, and share this on Reddit, Twitter, and StockTwits. And don't forget, join our Discord for real-time alerts so you will not miss out on the next big move.